Hey guys, it's Marmalade checking in with you. This is going to be the first of many gear reviews, really post-trail gear reviews, whether it's something new I got, something in place of something I was using, something totally different and new that I didn't have. My history with the PCT is, if you watched any of my old videos, I had over 100 videos section hiking, day hiking on the PCT in the San Diego area in the desert. And I got to try out a lot of gear, a lot of stuff, and find out what's right for me. And a little disclaimer, what I'm going to tell you and show you, what I'm choosing doesn't mean it's going to work for you. It's what I found's worked for me over time and with trial and error, and lots of error. And there is no right or wrong. It's just finding stuff that you like and whether you're willing to carry the weight or the physical size of it. So I want to go over, this gear review is about sleeping pads, air mattresses, and the progression since I started the trail, and what I experienced and what I'm going to try next, because it's a process. And so I want to kind of go over first. Let's go over what I started the through hike on March 26th with, and then what I got in the middle, and then what I have now. Let's start with what I had when I started the trail. I'm just gonna have to show you a couple pictures of this because I don't own it. I took it back and got it replaced. Big Agnes Xlite. It's in red in color. It was brand new. It's their newest, lightest, ultralight backpacking air mattress. The measurements, I got the long and wide, which was probably a mistake, but being tall, I'm 6'3", and I was bigger then too. I was like 250 pounds when I started. I thought I needed that air mattress, so it was more weight, but it was ultra light. So measurement wise, it was 1 pound, so 16 ounces. It was 78 inches long. I'm 75 inches long, so it's longer than I needed, and it's 25 inches wide and about 3 3/4 thick. And one of the things that I'll say for all these air mattresses, and something that I am concerned with when I sleep, is that I'm a side sleeper and I'm also a bigger guy. So when I found a less expensive, thinner air mattress I first started with, my hips, when I sleep on my side, would hit the ground all the time and bottom out, especially if the pad is losing air. And my hips would actually get bruised. They would hurt. They wouldn't hurt that much when I hiked, but then when I would lay in the tent at night, I couldn't sleep because my hips hurt so bad. I literally had to take ibuprofen for the ache to go away so I could fall asleep. So my main reason for going with the Big Agnes was it's thicker. It's the thickest one that I know of that's a backpacking air mattress. Here is a few pictures of it. What happened with that air mattress is I was really happy with it for a while. I got to probably mile 350 before it started leaking, and like air mattresses do, it started leaking faster and faster and faster. I couldn't find the leak. I didn't have anywhere to really dunk it to find out, fill it up and dunk it to see where the air was coming out of. I got to the KOA campground with Bart. It's, I think, mile 444, and I could be wrong on that, but I apologize if I am. But he took me to an REI about 20 miles away, and I returned it, and it turned out the two holes, and I tried patching it up first at Wrightwood and it just didn't work. It was actually in the top of the mattress, which is usually you get the punctures underneath where it's sitting on the ground, but mine were a defective part of the air mattress, and both any parts of the cushion of the air mattress was just holes. It was just leaking. They weren't punctured because I wear soft clothes when I sleep. So it just was a defective pad, and I also found out I had too much pad. It was taking up too much of my tent, and I had more than I was even laying on. So I was gonna get that one, and actually they didn't have the right size that I wanted at the REI. And actually, after talking to it with Bart and thinking about it, I went with, instead of 78 inches long, I went to 72 inches. Instead of 25 inches wide, I went to 20 wide. And I got this green mattress I'll show you right here. And this mattress is the Big Agnes Q-Core SLX. So it's a thicker grade of plastic. It's a heavier air mattress. I would say it's in the middle range of their durability and weight. You can backpack with it, but it's probably more of a car camping one. But what I did was by going smaller in the same thickness, I got the thickness part that I wanted for my hips, but I went smaller, and I basically was at 1 pound also. So I was basically not giving up any weight, just went smaller, and I felt more durable. That air mattress was actually fine, and it fit better in my tent. I was happy with it. I slept pretty well on it. It was very similar to the red one, the Axle. And I used that for the rest of my through hike, the next 300 miles. It started leaking on the last few days of my through hike, actually. And when I was in Seattle with Dave and Christy, instead of, I was gonna patch all that, we just went to REI, and I didn't have it very long, so I took it back and got another one. Just the more I thought about it, one of the things you'll see that's going to be a trend in all my hiking videos that I show you and all my gear videos is I'm just going to try to lighten my load. I was, as I said, very experienced before I got out here, but I kept going, you know what, I'll bring this. I did the thing you do wrong, and it's like, oh, I'll throw this in there and I'll do that. Before I knew it, I had like 16 pounds in my bag. And I just turned 57, so, you know, I'm not a young chicken. So I just decided that my theme when I get back on the trail is to lighten everything. Even my cook kit's only going to be like a half an ounce to an ounce, but everything's going to get lighter. So what I'm showing you now is what I decided to go to. And I steered away from this for 2 reasons. And it's probably the most popular ultralight air mattress out there. And I steered away from it for 2 reasons. Number 1 was that it's very thin, and I was worried about my hips bottoming out and getting the bruised hips. That was 1. And number 2 was it had a little bit of reputation, and there's people like Darwin that use it, and other people use it and have been very happy with it. But it had, because it's ultralight and thinner materials, it had the reputation of puncturing sometimes semi-easily. So I was trying to steer away from that, and so that's why I went with the Big Agnes and a little bit more heavy duty, but heavy duty comes with more weight. So with that, let's go into this new air mattress I got. And what is it? It is the Therm-A-Rest Neoair Xlite. That's right, baby. And let's go over the specs real quick. It has a 3.2 R value rating, so pretty warm. I got the regular size. I've learned that if my feet hang over a little bit, it's okay, or I can put my pack under it, but it is 72 inches long by 20 inches wide and about 2.5 inches thick instead of 3 3/4. So I did blow this up. My issue was whether it was going to be too thin and my hips hitting. I did go into REI and I blew one up and laid on it and rolled around on it, and it's fine. So a lot of thru-hikers swear by it, so I'm going with it. Yeah, so I was going to mention that one of the negatives that I was concerned about is that because of the R value of 3.2, it's got reflective, kind of metallic, almost foil kind of material inside of it to help reflect your body heat. And so it's notorious for the sound it makes. And it's like, I guess when you're laying on it and you're rolling around on it, it sounds like breaking or crushing potato chips, which is not a sound you really like or want, but I'm gonna go for it. I want to save the weight. I think that I can handle the sound. We'll see what happens, but I'm excited about this. So let's unbox it, look at it, and then blow it up. Okay, I'm just gonna open it up. I haven't even opened it up yet, so we'll do it together. Like I said, it doesn't come with a bag, so it's very simple. Box there. Good. I was concerned about whether it would come with a patch kit. It does. Field repair kit. User's guide and warranty, which I'll definitely read. And as you can see, it comes kind of folded in triple, like this. All right, let's say we blow it up and check it out. Also, I was wrong. It does come with a stuff sack, so I stand corrected. I will not use it though. Maybe I'll use it for something else. Okay, that about wraps it up. This video is really, obviously I haven't tried it yet, so I'll do another review later on when I have my big 3 and I've used it. I have a bunch of trips planned coming up soon. I may even go into the Sierra soon for 3 or 4 days, so stay tuned for that. But my overall impressions right away, it's pretty awesome. It's light. You know, I've seen them before out on the trail, but it's light, it's small, and actually it took about half the time and half the breaths to fill up, which I'm all about, because after a long 20-30 mile day, it's hard to blow these things up. Because it's half as thick, it's a lot less air. It's also, one thing I didn't mention is it's about 2/3 the size of my other one, so physically it's smaller. My other ones were right around 1 pound, 1 ounce, 1 pound to 1 pound and 1 ounce, and this one is 12 ounces. So I'm not going to use the stuff sack, as I said. It's just extra weight. I can just fold this up and throw it in the pack. So I'm saving 4 to 5 ounces, and like I said, this is only about 2/3 of the size when it's folded up of my other pads. So another bonus. So I'm looking to save weight and to save space in my pack. I may be able to even go to a smaller pack if I, consolidate everything. Well, that's about it for now then. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Maybe you'll go with one of these 3 pads if one of them struck a chord for some reason. I wish I had the other 2 to show you and blow up, but I don't, so that's how it is. But you can go into REI or go online and look at them. And I hope it was informative, and maybe, like I said, you go with one of these. And that's it for now. We'll see you down the trail. Bye. Oh, real quick, one of the things I did forget to say is price of the 3. The Big Agnes axle, the red one that I had, was expensive, $249.95, and that's because I got a bigger size, but they're still well over $200. When I went to the green one, the Q-Core, that was $159.95, and this new Therm-A-Rest Neoair Xlite is $169.95. So it was only $10. I returned the other one, paid the $10 difference, and I'm all set. So very reasonable, I think. So we will see what happens.